Either way. Yo, my name's Elizabeth, but you can call me Liz, and in today's video, we will be talking about Nanbaka. So if you want to see that, keep on watching. But first, let's get it.
Mój das ma gram, więc chodź do tańca, gdy krok to szansa i roznam gra. Mam duszę starca, nie lubię walca na pa.
How do you like it? I spent over like an hour trying to shove contacts into my face. It just didn't work. My eyes weren't having it. They were just like, not today, bitch. I have the pink and the green eye contacts. But my eyes, they were just like, not today, bitch. I spent over an hour. I'm so annoyed. I had a vision. That vision is gonna come through.
But alas, we shall continue. But before I say anything, let us... Spoilers? Can you guess who I am just by this giant ass number on my cheek? Obviously, ever since I saw Nanbaka, I've been simping over Jugo-kun, like he's my favorite. I mean, I love the others, don't get me wrong, but Jugo-kun... Either way. So the Japanese name is actually Nanbaka, but it translates to English as the numbers. So there's actually two seasons. One season, the first season that aired from October 5th, 2016 to December 2016. Season 2 aired from January 2017 to March 2017. This is a action, comedy, drama type of anime. I'm so annoyed because they cut it off right as like it was about to get good, boo. Hopefully, if we still, you know, get hope, hopefully we will have a season 3.
Rumor has it, from what I've heard and what I read when I was doing my research for this, let's talk about. Apparently, because so many people are talking about it, apparently there are talks that maybe they are thinking of doing a season 3. Nothing has been confirmed, but like there are talks going on that maybe we will get a season 3. Hopefully.
Probably not, but you know, there are talks. Hopefully. Keep on to that hope, boo boo. But just like any other let's talk about anime thing that I do, I talk about the characters first, then the plot, and then my final thoughts. So let's start with the characters. So obviously, just like any other anime, there are many characters that we meet throughout the whole 2 seasons. Inmates from both cell block number 5, number 6, I believe number 3, number 1, all the cell blocks, other inmates, other guards. Obviously there are 2 more guards of cell number 13. But for time purposes and for just the plot's sake, I will talk about the 4 inmates who are the main protagonists of this anime, as well as the 1 guard who is like the head guard of cell block number 13. So we'll start with the inmates, which is 1315, who is Jugo-kun. So Jugo is voiced by Uemura Yuto. Also, I don't speak Japanese, so I apologize if I say any of these names wrong. He is voiced by Uemura Yuto, who has been in Bungo Stray Dogs as mostly Atsushi, but also he was Oda-kun. Oda-kun, I'm still not over his death. He is inmate number 1315. He is of Japanese descent. He is in prison for larceny, and he is a talented escapee artist. So he's really good at getting out of prisons, being able to unlock anything, escaping basically. Then we have Uno, who is voiced by Kakihara Tetsuya, who has been in Fairy Tail as a dragon, firebending Natsu. He is inmate number 1313. He was arrested because he used to frequent back in his hometown of the UK a lot of underground casinos. He is a very good gambler, really good at that, and he is a self-proclaimed pretty boy. Then we have Nico, who is voiced by Kobayashi Daiki, who has been in All Out as Hirano Yoshiki. He is inmate number 1325, and basically he's in prison because back in the US he lived in a very poor area and he was basically a drug mule. He unwittingly sold and took drugs, and yeah, some of these backstories get kind of really tragic. Makes me feel bad for all of them. Then we have Rock, who is voiced by Shiosake Ide or Aidu. I found both variations of the name, but what I found really interesting about this actor is basically he isn't known for being a voice actor, but more for being an actor as a stage play or a live action play. So if you didn't know, Japan sometimes does, like if the anime I believe is popular enough or has enough audience, they do kind of like stage plays or live action. So think of theater but with anime. And I've seen one with Haikyuu, and I know they've done it. Demon Slayer. Shiosake Ide is mostly known for being a stage play actor, and he has been in Diamond no Ace stage play as Yu Chris Tokigawa. I thought that was pretty cool. That was like my first time running into kind of like a stage play actor and not just a voice actor. And then we have Sogoroku Hajime, which is our only card that I will be talking about. He is voiced by Tomakazu Seki, who has been in the Fate series and all the Fate series as Gilgamesh. He is basically Guard 13's upper guard. He's the boss guard, and he's a workaholic with a slight love for violence. Just a slight love for violence. Now, the plot. So, Nanbaka is actually the name of the prison they are in. And Nanbaka is the world's most formidable prison ever built to incarcerate those who are too slippery to be in normal confinement. It is located out of the Japanese Sea in an undisclosed location, and basically it's really big prison. Cause from cell building 13 to like where the warden is, they have to take like a subway or a train. They have to get on the train. It takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, an hour, and it's like, what? This is an insane, like highly built with the latest technology prison.
Also, I really love the warden because she's like, yes, you must do A, B, and C. But like secretly, she has a crush on Hajime-chan, and she's like, he touched, he's here, what should I say? I love the warden, like she's hilarious.
But basically, we follow the daily life, or as I like to say, the daily struggles of Hajime-chan. Because we get to see basically Rock, Nico, Jugo, and Uno in their daily life. And at some point they meet Hajime-chan's little brother. And they're like, Hajime-chan, how can you be hiding such a lovely lady from us? And you just see their daily life. Season 1 I think is very lighthearted. And like basically in their free time they just like to escape and see how far they can go to getting out. Which I said, like I said, it's the daily struggles of Hajime-chan because he has more work to do. Poor dude. But season 1 is just basically like their daily lives. You get to know them. We get to know more inmates. And at some point we befriend a ninja who is actually an actor, but he was actually a ninja. Like I said, it gets weird. So basically that's all of season 1. It's just getting to know the characters, getting to know other inmates, and yeah. Season 2 is where shit goes down, boo. Somewhere around season 2 they have this kind of like sports festival for the prison. So all the guards and the inmates from all the cell blocks 1 through 13 participate, and basically whoever wins gets to have whatever things of their choice. So of course, you know, Rock being the food whore that he is, he was like, I want an oven. Nico finds a new sensei that he wants him to train. Uno apparently is a really good gambler, and you get to see his, you know, gambling skills. But like shit goes down when Jugo-kun has to fight this other inmate who later on we find out has human combustion. In the anime, human combustion is just basically this dude can create fire and be able to control fire. And that kind of like triggers something in Jugo-kun that makes him turn into this person who has, instead of hands, he has like swords in his hands. And that's when you realize that apparently both Jugo-kun and the other inmate, the one who has fire, have been basically the victims of kind of like science experiments, human experiments for this doctor. And this doctor is the one who basically changed the anatomy of Jugo-kun and basically had him wear the shackles on his neck, his wrists, and his ankles. So those are the one things that Jugo-kun can't really unlock. He doesn't know how to, he doesn't know who put them on him, and he doesn't know why this person basically turned his arms into weapons. So they fight, and Hajime-chan basically has to stop them, and he like beats Jugo-kun to a pulp and puts him in a coma, and the rest of the Nico, Rock, and Uno are basically pissed off at Hajime-chan because he beat Jugo-kun into a coma. So yeah. And then we find out that this has been going on for some time. We kind of get glimpses that maybe the warden or like the other guards kind of know what happened to Jugo-kun. Kind of not really. They think that, oh, maybe he's a threat, he's not human, because he has these swords as hands. And basically, after that, Jugo-kun tries to escape one last time, but not as a fun thing, not funsies, not with his friends, but for real this time, because he thinks that if he stays here, basically his friends, people in building block 13, even Hajime-chan, they will be in danger because of him, because they will come and get Jugo-kun, because apparently back in the day, he escaped from whoever put these on him. Jugo-kun thinks that maybe those people will come back and threaten the people that he loves. So he tries to escape, but Hajime-chan stops him and in the end offers him a deal. That if Jugo-kun starts basically living and feeling, that he will help them find out who has been doing these experiments. Because like I said, Hajime-chan is a workaholic and he thinks that who would it like, why would you put prison inmates? Like, yes, they're inmates, but they're still human. Why would you use them as your experiments? Like, he doesn't understand this. So he makes a deal, and kind of like, you get to see Jugo-kun be more human and experience more human emotions. Kind of like, oh, I like this, or I don't like this. Before, he was very apathetic, and he was like, yeah, whatever, sure. But now he starts experimenting more of these emotions. And then we get to the treacherous traitor. So building block number 5. So they called it this because back in the day, Enki was the guard there. But he was a very strict guard, and he basically uphold this image that he should be the very best of all the guards. And he basically killed an inmate because he was trying to discipline him, I believe. And because of that, he had to go into Nanbaka prison, not as a guard, but as a prison inmate. And he was kept in the underground tunnels of Seoul building block number 5. Now, after that happened, his younger brother, who is the current guard in Nanbaka, took over the position. But many people thought that he didn't really deserve this position, and he only got this position as a guard because his brother went cuckoo. Many people in building block as well as other building blocks don't think that he deserves this position. And he really hates Hajime-chan, and we find out towards the end of season 2. It's because Hajime-chan, when Enki was basically killed an inmate, Hajime-chan was the one who basically, I want to say captured, but arrested Enki, and he was the one who was able to do that and not the younger brother. So the younger brother's kind of envious that Hajime-chan was able to do that and not him. But I mean, again, that was his older brother, so it makes sense. But we find out that a lot of people actually that were working for him actually were plotting against him. There hasn't been any news about what happened in Soul Block number 5 for quite some time. And so Jugo, Uno, Rock, and Nico go and investigate, I want to talk to, his sensei, and there are other people from Soul Building Block number 5, other inmates that they want to go check out. They want to basically say hi, hang out with them. So they go, and they basically are thrown down the tunnels. And you find out that the guards before that were supposedly friends with the younger brother are actually plotting against him. And they're like, oh yeah, because your older brother Enki was so much better. He was number 1. Who are you? Ugh. Obviously, we're gonna have to let him go. We're gonna help him escape. So they do that, those treacherous fools. And so, because Jugo-kun is able to escape, he basically gets them out of their shackles, and he finds the other people, the other inmates that were from Soul Block number 5, and they go underground and they start fighting, and they run into old enemies and this and that. And at the end, Jugo-kun is the only one left, and he has to go find Hajime-chan because he's the one that is able to unlock and escape. So he has to go find Hajime-chan to be able to help him escape basically from the underground tunnel. So he finds him, and he takes off his like shackles. But like the younger brother, he always knew there was something like fishy going on in cell block number 13. What do you mean these prison inmates that were always so slippery haven't been like escaping? Like, what do you mean? So he was always a bit like, are you sure about that? With Hajime-chan. And basically he sees like how easy it is for Jugo-kun to unlock Hajime-chan. And he's like, I am taking you to the warden, yada yada. And Hajime-chan, like I said, slight violent actions. Cuts off with Engi-kun looking all tough and like ready to fight Hajime-chan and Jugo-kun. And that's it. And we don't get a final... I mean, at least it's like diabolical lovers all over again. Just as it was about to get good. Just as we were about to get some action, we don't get shit. So my final thoughts. Honestly, it's really funny. It's really amazing. Like, just know that if you watch this anime, you are gonna be like, I need more. Where's the final battle? Where is Hajime-chan fighting it out with Enki, the younger brother, getting his revenge? Does Jugo-kun ever find out who put all of these things on him? Who is the one doing human experiments with the inmates? You're gonna be left with so many questions and no answers. Just know that. But like, up until then, it's really fun and really hilarious. And you get to see kind of like the daily struggles of Hajime-chan. I say the daily struggles because really it is a struggle for Hajime-chan. I feel the most bad for Hajime-chan just because he's the one running after them, having to take care of them. Like, it's a blast for Rock, Nico, Jugo, and Uno, but the daily struggles of Hajime-chan. The only person I feel bad about. But yes, you get to see their daily struggles, and like I said, they go from like their human form to their chibi form quite quickly, and it's really hilarious. And then, you know, they actually bully another guard. There's like pretty people and they have like pretty people fights. I would definitely recommend you watch it, but just know that there will be no conclusive answer. You will be left with more questions, more wanting than anything else. Yes. Question. Have you ever seen Nanbaka? Would you ever see it? Do you like these types of comedy / prison types of anime? I really like comedy animes more than romance, but I also really like supernatural / crime more than romance. I like anything but romance. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @e_Gomez. Comment, like, subscribe to my channel for more random shit, because that's what I'm here for, folks. And yeah, bye. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.